Hello viewers, today I'm going to be showing my Cisco access point system. So I now have them working, and it took me, honestly, it was kind of embarrassing how this happened. So let me go grab something. So a few months ago, I posted a video about trying to get these working with a 9800 virtual machine. It's basically a virtual wireless LAN controller. Because I was having problems where the device would like join the network, but they wouldn't be able to connect. So, I then also bought a 2504. This has other problems. This has expired certs, but I was able to get it working with some of my 3700 access points. But once I got this working, to make a long story, I'm like, I wonder if I messed up with the config on the 9800. Because what I had done is I was using central switching and central auth and all that, and not flex. So what I did is I looked up how to set this up, and yeah, I needed to put these all on flex. So anyway, I have 3 of these 2800 access points. I have one 9105 AX W, which is like a little wall mount one, but I just have it sitting on something. And I have a 3802i that's sitting upstairs. So yeah. And it's working. So yeah. This one is one of the ones is a 2802. And the interesting, so this one has this flat back, but the 3802 actually it's finned, so it's like a heat sink. I mean, this is also a heat sink, as you can feel. It's solid metal, but yeah. And then on the bottom here, you have your console, you have a USB for like USB modules, and you have an aux port. Then you have PoE. On the 3802, you actually have a PCIe slot right down here. I don't know what that's necessarily for, but you do have a PCIe slot. In fact, the antennas in this are basically on a little mini PCIe board. I've popped this open and looked inside. This aux port I think is for like LAN pass-through. However, I haven't been able to get these working. And the console port is, just regular Cisco console. I'm pretty sure these run Linux, because the boot process kind of looks like the same as like my Linux machines booting up. One of them I got actually was it configured in Mobility Express mode, which doesn't mean it means it doesn't need a controller. However, I turned that off because by that point I had already gotten everything fully configured and everything. And the nice thing about these is my Apple devices, which I'm recording this on an iPhone right now, they can roam pretty easily between these because these are designed to actually be able to roam, like specifically for Apple devices to be able to roam. Cisco worked with Apple on that. I haven't connected any my wireless IP phones to it yet. However, I do have this working. And yeah. Also, I eliminated the bridge from my room to the upstairs, so now I have a hardwired connection. Turns out 100 foot cable was way too much, actually. So most of it, I'm not going to show it, but a lot of it's coiled up behind my door. And yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I may post some pictures of some of the other access points, but yeah, it turns out all I needed to do was like a quick Google search, and then I was completely, I got everything working, which is embarrassing, because it's like, I could have just Googled that a while ago, and then so yeah, I just had to put these on Flex Connect mode and set up the Flex profile. If you're wondering, so part of it is, I don't have VLANs set up, because for some reason, VLANs just make my head hurt. I don't know why. I just can't conceptualize them. I can conceptualize things like virtual machines and that sort of thing. For some reason, VLANs just, I know they work, and I know they can work good. It's just somehow it just doesn't make sense. So anyway, but yeah, so basically, in a little bit of an overview of the system, it's just 9800 virtual WLC that I just downloaded off of Cisco's webpage. It's just running in a Hyper-V VM. Show you the machine. Pause. It's running on this Think Center right here. In fact, this is the interface for it right here. This is for the SCCP asterisk stuff, and then this also has its own NIC in the back. And so yeah, and then of course we have thermal printer, but yeah, and if you look right here, this is part of the cable run to my bedroom. Comes out of the furnace room, comes up and over behind the door. There's a bunch of cable coiled up behind there. And then it just goes up there. Oh crap, I just pulled it and it came down. It just goes all the way up there, and there's a little hole back there behind the stove or the range or whatever, and so I just poked that through, because then I didn't have to drill any holes, because that was a big no-no to me. I was told do not drill any holes. So yeah, and some of these wires I do not know what they go to. I think this is an audio cable. There were some weird things that was done when we moved into this house. I think these are phone. But yeah, so this is the line going up to the router, and it's just plugging into the Cisco switch up there. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Now I'm actually ending the video. Kind of did it prematurely. If you like this content, maybe consider subscribing. I do need to leave a disclaimer. I am not an expert on any of this. I'm just someone who's been tinkering around with this. I know, like, a lot of people come into my Discord asking me, like, hey, how to do this? And, like, I feel bad, but, like, there's some things I just don't know. And I feel bad, but it's like, I can't really tell you. So, just keep that in mind. This has just been my experience. I'm not an expert. There's other people you can ask about this stuff. But thank you for watching, and have a good day.